What up, what up, what up? Welcome. This is Faustlife19’s fight forecast of the week. Are at it once again. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Catch all the action live from Abha Arena in Doha, Qatar this November 22nd. In this video, we're breaking down the main card. Are you ready for some bold predictions? And our take, who's going to crush it in the octagon? Don't forget to like, subscribe for more fight and premium content. Let's go. Without further ado, here's Faustlife19 fight forecast of this week's main card. Let's introduce some of the fighters here. Ulanbekov versus Horiguchi. Next, we got Sergey number 7 versus Gaziev number 11. Next, third fight of the main card, we got Jack Hermanson versus Orobai. Next, we got Volkan Uzdemir number 9 versus Alonzo Menifield, 14 in the world. Co-main event of the card, Bilal Muhammad number 1 in the world going against Ian Machado Gary number 6. And let's get to the last one, main event. We got Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker, number 2 and number 7. Let's start off with the first fight on the main card. Let's get it going. Ulanbekov versus Horiguchi. Ulanbekov at 17-2. Horiguchi at 34-5. Dig a little deeper into their UFC fight careers, and we got the flyweight division with Ulanbekov. Let's get it going. 1 win by knockout, 7 wins by submission. 3 first-round finishes as well. Ulanbekov pulling it off by unanimous decision in his last fight versus Maxim. UFC Fight Night, June 21st, 2025 was his last fight. We got Kyoji Horiguchi, flyweight division. Let's see what's going on in his career. 15 wins by knockout, 5 wins by submission. His last fight, UFC Fight Night, Horiguchi versus Valkatinov. And that was November 19, 2016, huh? Looking at both of these fighters coming from Russia with Ulanbekov, Horiguchi, Japan. We got 5'7" versus 5'4", and this flyweight belt's very tough. I mean, as in like anything can go in any of these fights, but just to get straight to the point, I like Ulanbekov's streak. He seems more like the active fighter at the moment in what he is trying to progress to and climb the ladder onto what is now the main card. Horiguchi, on the other hand, he's been on a long layoff. It looks like his last fight was in 2016, which is like, that was a long time ago. You look at both of these records, 17-2, 34-5. Horiguchi has more experience, ring time, and I feel like Ulanbekov is just on the start and up and up. Let's just say I am a fan, and also I see Ulanbekov taking the W and going up in the division little by little, you know. Ulanbekov, I got him by submission, second round. All right, on to the next fight. We got Sergey Spivak versus Shamil Gaziev. We got Spivak at 17-6. We got Gaziev at 14-1. Spivak coming off a loss. We got Gaziev coming off a win. Let's dig a little deeper into their UFC fight careers and what they are up to. Let's start with Spivak. 7 wins by knockout, 8 wins by submission, 11 first-round finishes. UFC 316 was his last fight versus Cortez Acosta, June 7, 2025. Let's look a little deeper into Gaziev's fight career in the UFC heavyweight division. 9 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, 9 first-round finishes. His last fight was UFC Fight Night versus Peterson, February 1st, 2025. Came out with the W on that one. Yeah, Spivak, Moldova, Gaziev, Russia. So this is going to be a very interesting fight. I'm a fan of both of them. They're both very skilled fighters, very talented in the heavyweight division. Just looking at the record on both of them, like I said, they both have a great record. Spivak is ranked number 7 in the world. Gaziev is number 11 in the world, and I have a feeling that Gaziev is coming for that number 7 for Spivak, and he's gonna get him. Not gonna be pretty. They're both kind of similar, also in height. Looking at this fight, just looking at it and just wanting to predict what round and how one of these fighters is gonna win. And my prediction, one of these fighters is Gaziev, and I see him coming up in a win, getting that W. He's gonna get the W. That's who I'm going with my predictions. He is all around great fighter, wrestler, striker. Mm. Spivak too, I just feel like Spivak does have power. He has Spivak has all the skill set to actually, improve and get better and prove himself that he's actually an elite fighter, which he already is, but like elite of the fighters to get to the championship belt. That's what it's about, winning the belt, getting ranked higher and higher. But yeah, looking at this fight, we got Gaziev winning this one. I have him by submission second round. Yeah, Shamil Gaziev beating Sergey Spivak. On to the next fight. On to the next fight. It's going to be an exciting one. Got Jack Hermanson versus Mitebek Orobai. Got Hermanson at 24-9. Orobai 14-2. Let's dig a little deeper into what's going on in Jack Hermanson's UFC career and his stats. He's in the welterweight division, 11 wins by knockout, 6 wins by submission, 10 first round finishes. His last fight, Jack Hermanson versus Ray Rodriguez. What a fight. Rodriguez came up on top, winning that one on UFC 317. June 28, 2025. So that was pretty recent, all that. And looked like also Rodriguez had a recent fight last week. Should be interesting. Should be very interesting fight. Let's dig a little deeper into Orobai in his welterweight division. He got 6 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission. Why did he hit me? Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. 6 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission, 7 first round finishes. His last fight, UFC Fight Night, June 21st, 2025, Osaya versus Orobai. Orobai came out with the win on that one, believe me or not. Looking at a little deeper into both of these fighters, they're both very talented. They have the talent, that's why they are on the main card on the UFC roster. So let's just take that into consideration. But what separates these fighters is skill set, timing, precision, power, great coaching. Jack Hermance has been around the block for a while, Orobai as well. Looking at this fight, it's just one of those fights that can go either way, as in the fight game is crazy. But looking at it a little deeper, I can see a TKO. KO? Let's go TKO from Orobai. I think he could take out Jack Hermanson. Just watching the past previous fights from Jack Hermanson and the previous fight from Orobai. Yeah, you add 1-1, and it's not obvious, but you have to kind of look a little steep and be like, "Yo, Orobai has something. He has something." I got Orobai. That's my prediction. I feel he can take it. Jack Hermanson out second round, TKO. And comment in the bottom. What do y'all think about this fight? All right, on to our next card. Here we go. Volkan Ozdemir versus Alonzo Menifield. This is a really good fight. I'm excited for this one. We got Volkan Ozdemir at 20-8, and Alonzo Menifield, we got him at 17-5. Hey. Ozdemir coming off a loss recently, and Menifield coming off a win. Got that W. Let's dig a little deeper into Volkan Ozdemir's fight career in the UFC light heavyweight division. He's got 13 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission, 14 first round finishes. Easy. UFC Fight Night was his last fight, November 23rd, 2024. Ooh, it's been a minute. His last fight versus, you guessed it, Carlos Ulberg. Carlos Ulberg coming up with that win. Let's look into Alonzo Menifield's UFC career. What is going on with your life? He's got 10 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, 10 first round finishes. UFC Fight Night was his last fight, June 14, 2025. Manifield versus Sai. Still pulling that out. He got the W on that one. What a fight. What a fight. This seems like a very interesting fight. Really fascinated main card that they built on this one for Fight Night. Pretty good, pretty good. A good card. Uzdemir, we got him at 6'2", and then also we got Alonzo Manfield at 6 foot. Both skilled fighters. Seems like there's been a little bit of a layoff from Uzdemir's end, and then Manfield is more of the active fighter at this moment. But if you look at Volkan Uzdemir, who he fought in his previous fight, and who Manfield fought in his previous fight, it is something. At the end of all this, I gotta choose who I want to predict who's gonna win. What do y'all think? Comment who y'all think is gonna win this fight. And my prediction on this one, it's gonna be Uzdemir. I got him by TKO third round of the main card. Let's go. This is a great, great fight. Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Machado Gary. Got Bilal at 24-4 for his record. Ian Machado Gary, little smooth 16-1. Good record on both ends. Bilal Muhammad, let's look into his welterweight division and his stats. 5 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission. Last fight, UFC 315. Muhammad versus Della Maddalena, May 10th, 2025. Maddalena pulled that off. That was a great fight, too, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out on UFC Fight Pass. Amazing fight. Let's look into the future nicknamed Ian Gary Machado. Let's go. Welterweight division, he had 7 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 4 first round finishes. His last fight, that was UFC Fight Night. You already know who it was against. Carlos Proctes. He ended up coming out with the W on that one. Check that one out too. What a great fight. He had a really tough ending to that fight. He almost did get finished. If I'm not mistaken. That fight was April 26, 2025. Check it out. It was recent. I mean, look at these records. Look at the oozing confidence on both ends. Fighters both believe they can win. They both are winners, and they both have a loss on their belt, at least to feel that sting a little bit. It looks like Bilal Muhammad has 4 of them, and Ian Machado Gary has 1. So when you're looking at the skill set, they both have a great striking, great defense on for wrestling and offense for wrestling. I can really see this fight just stand and bang, like no ground game at all. It's gonna end standing and banging. It's a fist fight. What I see happening, some leg kicks here and there. You know what I'm saying? And for my prediction, not to lead anyone on, and if you can comment on the bottom in the section so we can get your prediction and what's going on. But for my prediction, I got Machado Gary. I got him by TKO third round. All right, y'all ready? Oh, let's get it going, man. That dude keeps popping up. Let's get to the main event on the main card. Let's get it going. We got Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. What a name. We got Tsarukyan at 22-3, 24-12 for Hooker. Let's look a little deeper. They're both coming off a win, by the way, both of them. So this is a high confidence kind of fight. Let's go. We got Arman coming from Georgia, and then we got New Zealand Hooker. 5'7", 6 foot. A little bit of gap in the height difference, but when you already know how to fight and you know what you're doing, sometimes that doesn't matter. But let's look into Arman Tsarukyan's fight career in the UFC. Got 9 wins by knockout, 5 wins by submission, 8 first round finishes. UFC 300 was his last fight. You guys can guess who his last fight was. It was Oliveira versus Tsarukyan. April 13, 2024. That's been a minute. That's been a whole longer than a year. So he's been off for a minute, and hopefully he's been training and actually improving, healing. Right. Came off that win though versus Oliveira. Oliveira's a very amazing fighter. He's had a little couple fights here and there that kind of threw him. Been on a little bit of a losing streak, but that's not here or there. We're on to Tsarukyan. He got that W. Let's look into Dan Hooker's UFC fight career and what he's up to. His nickname is the Hangman. He's got 11 wins by knockout, 7 wins by submission, 12 first round finishes. UFC 305 was Gamrot versus Hooker, August 17, 2024. He also has had a long layoff. He hasn't fought in a minute. Both of these guys are standing on wins. They got them W's. I haven't fought since last year. I'm a fan of both of these fighters, you know, Dan Hooker from New Zealand, then we got Arman Tsarukyan from Georgia. The culture in both of these countries in the fight game and MMA overall too. Like, yo, Arman does have really great wrestling. I would say he has really great wrestling. He's a very flexible kind of man. Dan Hooker, he's just a madman. He goes in there, he's just trying to take your head off every single minute, trying to, rip your leg off with them kicks. He's got really good knees. He's got amazing highlights. Go check him out. UFC Fight Pass if you haven't already. And maybe some also YouTube videos out there, that are under the UFC that you can check out for some highlights. Amazing. You can go back and see what kind of fights these guys had and what led them to this moment. What do y'all think in the comments? What do y'all think? Who's gonna win this one right here, Arman or Hooker? My prediction for this one, I'm gonna give it to you all plain and straight. I got Arman Tsarukyan winning this one. I got him by submission, second round submission. Yeah, I appreciate everyone that's been here, chilling with me, taking on these predictions in. Go ahead and comment on the bottom what y'all think. Who's your fighter that's gonna come out in this card and get that W in this. So that's all. That's all for this week's Faustlife19’s fight forecast of the week. Thanks for tuning in as we broke down the UFC fight night. Tsarukyan versus Hooker. Don't forget to like this video. Like it. Oh, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification so you can get that bell that rings so you know I'm all getting some of the greatest and finest predictions on YouTube. Again, let us know in the comments who is your pick on the main card. That's all for me. I appreciate everyone. God bless. On to the next card. I'll see y'all. Yes, we'll see you next time, and I appreciate y'all. God bless. Peace.